Hi guys, my name is Victor Tegbade, aka Victor Tex, drama minister and a video editor on Zion Film Production, among other things that I do. It's humbling. It's very humbling actually. The feedbacks, it's a privilege to be used and to be the vessel through which people are blessed by that great message. First draft editing and everything, I think probably I should say roughly maybe 4 weeks. Roughly. I'm not sure it was up to 4 weeks, but by estimates, roughly 4 weeks. Yes. Musical, yes. Like I thought to myself, and I said to myself at some point, I said editing Undersiege felt like I was editing a film and editing musical videos. The classroom scene was very technical.
So how many people wanna end up just like them?
Because they shot the one that had music, and then the one that didn't have music. So at the point I think that was the last thing I edited. Because at the point I was confused and I had to reach out to the musical director, that's Evangelist Joshua, to ask what was the idea for this scene, because I didn't understand at the beginning. So the classroom was very technical for me to edit actually, because I think majorly, shooting that day we spent the entire day. We went there in the morning and finished around evening or so. Yeah, I remember very well. And another thing that was very, very technical for me to edit was the scene where Kolade was in the house. The scene with Kolade, Timmy's mom, and Officer Peton, Timmy's dad in the city room. That scene was quite technical because all the scenes in that sitting room at that period when the guys, Gaspar and the crew were outside, they were all shot at the same time. So it was, in fact, it was so technical that on set, they had to be complaining on set. They were complaining on set and saying, God, please help us to finish this tonight. I kept telling Jemike, that scene was so chaotic. Very, very chaotic. But eventually, God came through, God helped me. And that very technical scene that I will not forget was the outside scene. By the way, fun fact, the two scenes were shot on 2 different days. I mean, the Gaspar and the crew outside with Kolade, with Gaspar and the crew with Timmy and Samuel, and Kolade and Officer Beto in the city room. They were shot on 2 separate days. They were not shot on the same day. So while I was editing the other outside, the reverse, we call it the reverse outside, that one also was very chaotic. I think we finished shooting that scene around 4 p.m. or so. I remember Gilbert making a video, saying that this is 2 a.m. when we were still filming, that kind of thing. So we finished shooting around 4 a.m. that day because it was very chaotic. People were tired, and eventually, again, like I say, God helped me. And I think lastly, the other chaotic scene I had issues knowing how to edit, what shot to pick, was the Kolade Carbo. When Kolade came into the father's house, and because he had crowd, and there were so many takes. But thanks to the continuity for also helping. Yeah. When I'm tired editing, what I do is stand up and take a walk and sleep. It's like I charge for me it works like magic. Like I'm charging my battery. And most times, by the time I'm sleeping, and I think when I'm tired editing, so let's take for instance, I want to edit a scene and I have all the rushes already on the timeline, and I want to edit a scene and I have all the rushes and I have all the shots. The first thing I do is I am looking through the shots to see what were the shots taken, what were the things taken. So I want to see all the shots first. So I go take a walk. That way I'm charging my brain, battery of my brain. I'm allowing my brain to relax. Probably take drink. I like taking soda when editing because it gives me sugar. Increase my sugar level. And the most important, which is the highlight for me, I sleep. Most times when I sleep and I wake up, my brain is refreshed. So it's like I just rebooted my brain. The time I wake up, I now have that idea in mind. Or when I'm taking that walk, while I'm walking, I have the idea in my head. I already tell myself, so I'm going to choose this shot, then to this shot, then to this shot. Because brain fatigue is very, very important. It's very, very inevitable rather while editing. Bamiloye is a very, very meticulous director. doesn't take chances. One thing that every editor should take, one thing I've learned, editing Mozambique films and editing films directed by Dibaba most especially, is that pacing is very important. I mean, pacing is, and that always sticks to my head, even right from the rough cuts before it gets to Jamaica for music and supervising editing. Pacing is very important. I mean, because the attention span of people is very short. People have very short attention span, rather. So you have to catch people's attention. Like, you have to be fast. There are times when even him, he has written the script and then he watches the rough rushes and he says, cut off this part. Because he has written the script. That's from a script writer. Now he's taking away the garment, the office of a script writer and entering into the shoes of a director. So he's after the movie. What is he seeing? Without being controversial or trying to being controversial because he's the scriptwriter and say, no, I wrote the script, it has to be there. No, he leaves that, forgets that, and then comes as a director and says, this scene is too long, reduce it. This scene needs to be, take out this dialogue. In fact, there was this particular scene that reduced the particular dialogue after I came out. So, and Dibaba is a person that is always keen. He can leave, we can watch, and then there are times that we will watch through these rushes together. He can watch and come back and say, after it was good with the rushes that he saw, and just say, I think this particular scene, after you had thought and give me the second thought, just send me a text. Victor, I think this particular scene, you might have to reduce this playlist, maybe track the shots, maybe you need to stabilize it. You just, out of the spot, just call me or text me or just tell me or just send me a message, guy, do this. So it's someone that you have to be up and doing with him. You have to be very, very, and I enjoy working with, he's my Oga, so I enjoy working with him a lot as the director of Undersiege. Yeah. No, actually, did I? I think the only inspiration, or let me say reference I made, was going to check end credits of other musicals to see how they arrange, how they give the song credits. That was the major thing I went. I don't think I drew any inspiration from. Well, God is my inspiration, anyways. Yeah, God has always been my inspiration and center of creativity. So I think there were quite a number of scenes that we had to restructure the editing. Quite a number. I mean, the whole concert thing was restructured rather. Emmanuel, my God, had like a full performance. We just chopped that out of it. Stadara had like a full performance, just chop out of it. Pastor Lawrence had like a full ministration, we just chop out of it. There were things that would, a good example is the lecturers. That scene of the lecturer, the VC and the lecturer, those doctors in the office, and the way it was intertwined with Kolade and the gangs coming out of the classroom. That was not how it was in the film, in the script. According to the script, the lecturers were done with a meeting in the office, and then we saw Kolade come out. So that's kudos to that readjustment was made by Jamaica as his supervising editor. So while he was learning music, he just.
And then the university became the talk of the country.
Not just of the country. We're talking about African continent.
Major role, man. Major role. One thing that I've been very keen on movies now. Recently, any movie I work on is number one, the audio, the sound, the audio of the audio, because it's called audio-visual for a reason. Because audio comes before the visuals. A good audio would most likely make you to watch anything that you see, any visual that you have. So if the audio is terrible, you would probably be discouraged to watch it. I have a lot of best scenes, but I think my best scene will be go jiggy jiggy jiggy.
You go pay everything where you are. Come on now, go jiggy jiggy. Go jiggy 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 jiggy. Go jiggy jiggy. Go jiggy 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 jiggy. Go jiggy 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 jiggy. Go jiggy jiggy. Go jiggy 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 jiggy.
I enjoyed editing that scene actually. I enjoyed the camera works. Kudos to, I think that was Jamaica's idea actually on set, to DOP. Kudos to Tofumi Ojo for such a good work. So Boji Giji was one of my favorites. I enjoyed editing Boji Giji. So I was like off the grid. I just uploaded and I was checking. I think I was checking for like maybe first 3 or 4 hours. And I was like, the engagement was not encouraging. I'm seeing 3K, 4K, eventually 11K. I'm like, Normally at that time, Mozambique movies will have like, okay. So I was off the grid because I was not feeling fine that entire week. I was off the grid. I was not online. And I just came back online on Thursday. And everywhere, Undersiege, Bojigijigijigi. I'm like, is it the same Undersiege? And I think I was sharing with Mama Dara recently. I said, sometimes you don't really know the import of what you have until you release it. I mean, I knew that the movie was great, but the reception, the feedbacks, mind blowing. It's fulfilling, and it's a privilege to be used by God. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out first to my Oga, Bamiloye, for such an inspiration. And not only being the writer, being the director. I mean, the vision, the thoughts. It is a thought process that counts. I mean, thinking about those things. Shout out to you, Samo, great man. Shout out to Tofumi Ojo, the amazing DOP that can stress my life. Very, very stubborn guy, but still my guy. I still like him regardless. I still love you regardless. Shout out to the camera handlers, Brotemidayo, everyone on the camera. I can't mention everybody's name. The sound man, the continuity. Shout out to continuity. Shout out to welfare. Shout out to makeup, VFX, and shout out to Evangelist Jimaki Joshua. Jimaki makes, I don't know. He challenges me. He pushes me. He makes me want to be better. I want to improve. I was sharing to him how that I was watching Jilla. I edited Jilla before Undersiege, and I was watching Jilla, and I saw that my edit in Jilla had gotten better. In Undersiege got better compared to Jilla. I mean, so, and that's the work of Jimeki. You know, you will have noted some things or text correct this, so you will just put markers on the timeline, correct this when I get there. And Jimeki just is a blessed and very, very creative person. And a big shout out to Evan Joshua Bamiloye for your creativity. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for always wanting us to be better, and thank you for always looking out for the best in us. Better days are ahead. I love you, Jimeki. Yeah, I don't know what you are doing if you are not subscribed on Zion Culture. Really and truly, premium content that will bless your life, that will bring souls to the kingdom, that will charge you up, that will inspire you. What are you waiting for? You want to go to YouTube channels that will not add any value to you. We add value. We are kingdom people that add value to you. So you subscribe, tell your family members, don't subscribe and show everybody and be viewing together on your scene. No, subscribe. Let your friends subscribe. Let your brother subscribe. Let your father subscribe. Let everybody subscribe. And let us subscribe. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. God bless you.